Hey guys, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle. Oh, excuse me. And we're gonna do the frog with the fairy lights, similar to one I had done the other time. Excuse me. Me and air conditioning don't do good, and we've had to be running the air condition because we're like in the 90s, 80% humidity. So it kind of gives me like a cold, but I don't really have a cold. So I've made a new plug. This was the old one, and it was just like a generic kind of one. So I made another one, and I want to make sure that this works, because if it does, I will be selling these. So we are going to try it, but I am going to try using the PET stickers again and see if we can kind of disguise some of the wires like on the back side, but still allow the light to come through. So I'm going to do it the same way as I did last time. I'm going to try UV resining, tacking it in, and I've got some eyes right here, and I don't know what size these are. They come in a pack like this that I got on Amazon. And what I'm going to use these for, I have no idea, but I'm going to end up having to get some more of this size because I'm kind of running out. Well, not really running out, but it's getting low. My color choices are slim. So we're going to start. We're going to get the eyes in. I am going to use the UV high viscosity resin because this one is much thicker, and I find that it kind of stays in place much better. So I will be getting my gloves out. See, I would like to try. I would have liked to have tried this, but this frog is not deep enough. See how much it sticks out? So that's why we got to use the fairy lights in the frog. But I am going to be working on something today to get these, instead of it being a square, a flat plug on the top, to kind of get it domed. So we will be doing something with this on the next video once I get the new plug made. And then if that one works, I will be selling those as well. So let me get my gloves on, and we're gonna start. So I also going to, because the butterflies have purple, I am going to put little stones in his toes with the UV resin too. So, and I'll probably be using 2 different sizes. I cannot remember what I had used the last time. So let me just, all right, so that will probably be for like one of the smaller toes. So I'll need 2 of those. And if I kind of get them in place, then I'll know where they go. Really? You're going to be that difficult? Really? All right. And I think we're going to use the bigger ones. Yes. All right, so we're going to need some bigger ones. I'll pull some of those out. And we'll probably use those. And I'll probably use a size smaller for that. So, yeah. All right. So let's get these eyes in. Let me just double check to see if maybe the next size up would fit. I never really tried these ones because these ones are a little bit bigger. And let me just, oh, those ones I think would work better. All right, we're gonna use the bigger ones. And I changed my mind. I'm gonna do these yellowy. Let's see, what other colors do I have? All right, let's do the green. We'll stick with the green theme because the green and the purple go good together. All right. Well, I'm glad I checked. Okay. And I'm using the round one so we don't have to worry about, you know, getting them in the right direction. All right, so I'm just gonna put some of this UV resin, and I like to fill the whole cavity. That's just what has worked best for me. Because then nothing can spill underneath it and it stays clear all around the eye. So if you're pouring, say you're doing a mica powder and you're gonna pour black resin, you obviously don't want that black resin to be able to get in and around the eye. So I just find if I fill that cavity all the way, it works much better. All right, so let's get the other one in, and I can see there's a piece of resin or something in there. Hang on. Yep, it was just a little tiny piece of dried resin. I'm surprised it wasn't a piece of glitter. All right, so let's pour. So I don't know if you can see how that's just filling that cavity. And then when I pop the eye in, I just kind of move it around to make sure that it's covered the whole thing. And then we just cure it. So I'm hoping this really like helps disguise all the wires. All right, so we've got them tacked, and now I will do the toes, and then we'll start putting in the butterflies. All right, so, and I do the same thing with the toes. I make sure that there's like a whole spot of that UV resin at the bottom. And just remember, you got to put these in upside down because we're working backwards when we're working in a mold. All right, so we got them three in, and I think one of these big ones will fit on that end one too. All right. So I'm just going to cure these enough to get them to stay in place. And then when I mix up my my resin, I will put it under the the double-sided UV light. So right now I'm just getting them tacked into place. All right, so let's do this one. So yeah, I didn't get any other videos done yesterday that I wanted to. My daughter-in-law is in the hospital in ICU. She has a collapsed lung, and they cannot, and she has fluid on the other one, and they can't get it to drain. So the reason I'm getting this one in is because I grabbed the wrong little toe size. And that one's going to be a bigger one too. So hang on. That one's got to go in the... There we go. All right, so now I can put the big ones up. Ah. These come out so cute when you put these in their little toes. Can you hear my dog wheezing? He's upstairs, but I can still hear him wheezing down here. I have a pug that's 14, so this humidity is really, really getting to him. He goes out to go potty, and he can barely make it back in. He's struggling so hard to breathe. All right, so let me finish this one down here. You know, and this one here isn't as bad at making sure that you completely fill it, because I'm going to be filling this with a transparent color anyways. But I just want to make sure that they're in there and they're secure. There's another little one. All right, so while we're doing that, let me get some drops in these toes. All right. No, not in that toe. In this toe. So I will be also trying the hairspray trick here pretty soon. I've just got so many different things that I want to do that I can't decide which ones I want to do first. So I will not have, I don't believe I'll have a video out this Friday because I've got the art walk coming up. So all right, so let's get some stickers out. And I picked the smaller ones this time. Because I only want to put a few in there, and just so we can kind of disguise the wires. All right, now I am not a lefty, so I'm going to try and get that hole down. And that was probably a dumb move because I'm hoping the resin is going to get underneath that. Oh. All right, so. I mean, this worked so good on the last one, even if some of the wires show, but, you know, some of them are disguised. That just, to me, would be so much better. And let's see. All right, let's... put that like that. Got something in there. Let's see. Got a pretty pink one. Let's... So I don't have to tack the whole thing down. I just want a corner so that they kind of stay in place. If that makes any sense. All right. So I think we're ready. That's going to disguise some. I could put some more, but I don't want to overdo it because I still want the light to shine through because they are so stinking cute. All right. And alrighty, so let me get some resin mixed up and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so I have scrunched my lights up. I have not UV resined them in. I'm hoping that the plug is going to help keep them down. And then I was thinking, let's try this greenish Aurora floating mica, just to see. I mean, it's not going to color it, but it's going to give it a little sparkle. All right. And that is from the Into Resin, and I just want to stir that lightly. I don't want to incorporate too many bubbles, but it's just going to give that little bit of a green hue throughout the frog. I thought that would be kind of pretty. Let me try a little bit more. I have a little stick. A little stick. All right, and that should be plenty. I don't want to overdo it, but I wanted to have some sort of something in there. All right. So, and I did pour a little bit in there to make a base on the bottom. I'm going to probably put some stickers in there or something after. I was going to use my new silicone thing, but that needs to go down first. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get around that little rim. So I am just going to try and pour this slowly. And I am going to lift that bottom butterfly because I want that resin to go underneath him. All right. I just want to make sure that I'm not dislodging the eyeballs. And I did leave enough of this part of the cord out. Last time I took the time to really fold my wires, but because I didn't do that, and I'm trying to keep this video somewhat not so long. I think I would have put my other glove on, right? Hang on, let me do that right now. There we go. Because that way there I can really like squish those wires down there. All right. So we're gonna put that in, and that we want it to float. So I'm just gonna try to pour around it. because then I can move it wherever I need it to be. Let's try to get the feet. Top off the toes. And a note to self, when you are doing these gems in the little tatos, make sure you wait until it is not bendy, because I tried to do it when it was bendy and my little gem things went kind of funky. And I want him as full as I can possibly get him without spilling over. This frog, these hold 4 ounces. And it'll take a little less just because we have that plug in there that's displacing some. It's not displacing a lot, but it is displacing some. All right, let me wipe my tweezers and get a stick. Why I'm still using my tweezers at this point, I don't know. But, all right, let me just, I'm gonna get a stick. And if any resin does get on the silicone piece, you just kind of take it off. Gonna get that in them toes. All right. I think we've got everything covered. Just want to make sure there's no air bubbles in the backs of these toes, and that there's resin in all of them. All right, so I think we are good. All right, so I still have an ounce. So I've got an ounce. What can I make? What can I make? Oh, I know. If I can find them. I'm going to find something to put them in and this in, and I will be back when this is ready to demold, and we will see just how good this plug worked. All right. Spray some alcohol, and I'll be back for the demold. Alrighty, guys. I think our frog is done. I am dying to see if my new thing worked, but before we do him, let's do these little extras. So this is one of the little birds that are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't even know if you can see there's like a green shimmer. It looks like yellow bubbles on camera, but it's not. It's like a blue-green sparkle. Yeah, sparkle. That's the word. And there are no bubbles. God, I just had to take some cold medicine, guys. I think it's from the AC, because I do not do good with AC. It makes me feel like I have a cold, but my throat is killing me, and I'm like, I've got too much going on to be sick. Yeah. I've got the art walk tomorrow. I have a paint party Saturday night. I'm like, what the crap? No time for colds in the summer. Not at all. Can't happen. They need to go. It needs to go away. Oh, another one came out perfect. These little birds come out so good, guys. I wish they had bigger. I'm going to look to see if they have bigger ones, because these are just stunning. And the lighting in here just doesn't do these guys justice at all. I mean, it makes it look like that shimmer is bubbles, and it's not. It's the sparkle in them. So then I decided, oh, well, okay, I still have a little bit left. So let's see. We ended up doing another flower, and this one it was getting thick by the time I decided. So I do have a couple of bubbles, which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, because I can always, you know, like if I put one up on top of one, you know, it would hide it. So not that big of a deal. And this has a little bit of green, where this one has, you know, more, because I put more in it. And then I was like, oh yeah, I got my little baby dragons, but I never made my little dragon egg. So I figured, why not? Let's try it. So I didn't even suspend him. I just plopped him in there. And we're just going to see what happens. Oh. All right. Oh, it's cute. So this is, it's supposed to be a pendant. So, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking more of a keychain. I think it would make a cuter keychain. But, yeah, he's really cute in there. And I thought he would float, but he didn't. He just kind of stayed in there where I plopped him in there. So, yeah, it's kind of cute. You know, of course, I don't have a flat spot to put him. But hopefully this little bugger is ready. I'm gonna go around and just try and I do have a little bit of overspill on his toes. Which isn't a big deal because I can get it while it's soft and it peels right off. All right. Now his toes are still a little bendy, not as bad as the other time when I had tried to demold him being soft, but I'm still trying to be as careful as I can. All right. So let's all right. Let me just break some of this away while it is still really soft and pliable. Because it right now, I just touch it and it kind of falls off. All right, so let's take this plug out, because this is the whole reason behind this experiment. And remember, when you put this in, you've got to put it so that the screws are up, because that is, there we go, just like that. And I almost didn't leave enough of the rope. Oh, look. He's precious. Oh, he is absolutely precious. What do you guys think? So I don't know if it's because of the butterflies. I don't know. It's not like your eye doesn't catch the wires as bad. I mean, I probably could have put a few more in, because look, you can see the lights through those butterflies. So I'll probably end up doing another one, and I'll put like a lot of them in. I think that is gorgeous. And then I'll just glue that down. I'm gonna trim this back just a little bit because I didn't quite leave enough for the wire. Like if it went this way, it would be fine. But because it's gotta go this way, and because it's the thing itself, the plug is fine because it goes there. I will make it just a little bit bigger on the next one, but then I will definitely have it down packed. So I know now to make it just a smidge bigger than that, and I'll be golden. So yeah, so I will Let me just trim some of this back a little bit. I'll see if I can do it while we're on camera without slicing myself to death here. So I did order myself a deburring tool. So that is supposed to be here tomorrow. After I cut myself 3 times the other day, I'm like, you know, I need to do something different. All right, so that fits in there. It's just going to make it a little bit tight to be able to turn that on. So what I might do is just get my Dremel and just shave just a little bit of this down. Just so I don't cut a finger, an arm, you know, any important parts that I might want to keep. Yeah, I'll just have to do it a little bit more, but and I don't want to cut too much by that cord because I don't want to cut the wire, because at this point there would be no way of, you know, of fixing it. So, and I just want to trim the edges around this just to make sure there's nothing sharp. Because this is the best time to trim it. And when I cut myself, I was doing it after it had really hardened. So I'm slowly learning that if you have trimming to do it while it's still soft. There we go. So yeah, we would just need, I'm just going to need just a little bit more in that one spot so we can just kind of get a finger in there. But I'm going to just leave it like this for now. And I will get my Dremel out tomorrow and we'll just file that back just a little bit. I mean, I wished it was like this because then it would work, but it's got to go this way. I just didn't leave enough cord, and that's my error. So, but alrighty, guys. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night. So I will probably have a video out on Sunday. I don't believe there'll be, I know there won't be one tomorrow or Saturday. So, well, this one's going to go out on Friday. So Saturday there will not be a video, but hopefully on Sunday there will. So you guys have a fantastic day. Put in the comments what you think. And I will be making some of these plugs and I will be selling them. So just give me a few days so that I can get a couple ahead, and then I will add them to my website and I'll post that for you guys. So, and I am also, I have my other plugs. And you know what the bottoms are? Easter eggs. My girlfriend was here. We were having coffee. And I was telling her about my dilemma for for these lights because the plug, you know, is flat. And I wanted it round. And she goes, why don't you just use an Easter egg? And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That is genius. So I ordered them and they came in, and I'm just waiting for them to get firm. Oh, yeah, they're not quite ready. They won't be ready till like midnight. So yeah, I will also be selling those. So stay tuned for that. And have a fantastic night, everybody.